Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about the Stellar Grace event because I know a lot of people haven't done this event before and it is a little bit different than all of the other campaigns that we've gotten before. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing you're going to notice when you log in is you're going to see this gigantic world trial information with a timer that is counting down. So the way the Stellar Grace recovery operation works is you have 1 day or 24 hours to collect all of the Stellar Graces. As you can see, each player can collect 30 Stellar Graces. Whenever you collect one, everyone on the server gets 1 point. And what you actually want to do is you want to work together as a ship in order to collect as many Stellar Graces as possible in order to increase the Stellar Grace boost all. So this caps out at 20%, I believe, and that 20% is going to be converted into a rare drop rate increase of 20% after the 24-hour period where we can collect our Stellar Graces. Then we get a 24-hour grace period where we benefit from this extra rare drop rate. However, on top of that, you also benefit from an S Grace boost personal. So this extra rare drop rate boost is actually earned by just simply opening all the Stellar Graces. You only need to open 10 of them in order to max out the rare drop rate plus 10%. It doesn't go over 10%, so you get a grand total of 30% extra RDR for 24 hours. And the reason they give you that extra 30% RDR is because you can't collect Stellar Graces on the second day. That's just the grace period, you benefit from the RDR and that's it. Then on the third day, all the Stellar Graces will respawn again, you go off and you pick them up. Now something to keep in mind about the Stellar Graces is they are ship specific. So there are a bunch of maps floating around on Twitter as well as Discord. However, do keep in mind that it might not be for your specific ship. For example, the Stellar Grace spawn locations on ship 2 versus ship 4 are different. So that's why I'm not going to be linking any maps in the description below, because you might be playing on a different ship and you read the map and you're like, oh my gosh, Carol gave me the wrong information. So instead I'm going to show you how to find the Stellar Graces incredibly quickly. So what you want to do is you want to press escape, go to gear/subpalette, go to mags over here and go to activate sonar settings. And what you're going to do is you're going to disable everything except for Stellar Graces. Once that is done, you're going to go to 5 different exploration zones. The first one is Halfia Lake, then after Halfia Lake you can go to North Aleo, then West Aleo, then South Aleo, and then finally Central Aleo. That's the way that I like to do it. So I finished Halfia Lake already, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's done. So now that I'm in Halfia Lake, you can see right here, Stellar Grace Recovery Operation, S Graces in this sector, 3 out of 3. The reason is because I've collected all 3 of the Stellar Graces in this area. So whenever you go to an exploration zone, it's going to tell you how many Stellar Graces are available in that zone, as well as how many you've collected already. So next up, let's head over to North Aleo. So now that we're in North Aleo, you'll notice there's a Stellar Grace right behind me and my scanner is automatically going to ping it. As you can see right here, it's pinging it. It's like, oh, there's a Stellar Grace here. So let's pick that up. So immediately we get 5 star gems. So you're going to notice that we can collect 30 every other day. So that's actually going to add up to 450 star gems. But what you're simply going to do is you're just going to follow your scanner. Every time you pick one up, the scanner is going to scan another one that's close by. So over here, let's open a Stellar Grace. Let's see what we get. And we got a bunch of minerals. Yep, Technique 3, Might 2, Precision 2. Yep, just a bunch of stuff. And then it's going to scan the next one, which is up there. So you're literally just going to follow the trail of your Stellar Graces and it's going to just scan everything. Now, of course, we do have the main ores over here. So let's just break this while we can. And here it is. Here's the next Stellar Grace. We open that up. So now we've got 3 out of 10, as we can see up here, 3 out of 10. So there's 7 more, and look at that. We just got a Mastery 2 from that. And let's head over to the next one. Our scanner is scanning over here. So it doesn't take very long because you're simply just going to be running around the map and you're just going to be following your scanner, because your scanner is going to tell you where they are. And so you just follow whatever direction it's pointing at. So yeah, it says over here and boom, here's the next one. So let's open that. And that's going to give me, let's see what that gives me. More mono, more minerals, blah, blah, blah. Spirit 3, Might 2, Technique 2, Deafness 2, Guard 2, and some money. And then we're just going to keep going on. And it's fairly simple to find all 10 of them in this area, because all you need to do is just follow your scanner. So it's literally going to take you like 10-15 minutes maximum to find all 30 of them. Another thing I failed to mention is the rare drop rate does affect the drops of the Stellar Graces. It's not going to drop you more star gems, but it's going to give you better loot when you pick them up. Like for example, you can see I'm getting a bunch of level 2 capsules. Let's say I have higher rare drop rate, then it might bump those level 2 capsules to level 3 capsules or level 3 to level 4 depending on how much RDR I have. And here we go, we've collected all 10 of them in this area. We're gonna get a nice little message from Rand saying that, hey, you've collected all of them in this area, you're good to go. Now do keep in mind, you don't have to clear every single area because you can only collect 30 of the Stellar Graces anyway, and there's a bunch in each zone. So there's a total of 43 Stellar Graces, 3 in Halfia Lake, and then 10 in each exploration zone in Aleo. So if you can't find a specific Stellar Grace in a specific region, it's perfectly fine. You can just move on to the next region, find all the easy to find ones, and then you're gonna get your 30 incredibly quick, all right? There is no benefit for clearing out an entire area and being like, oh yeah, you've collected all 10 in this area. There's no benefit to it other than you get that little special dialogue with Ran. Alright, the next thing I want to remind everyone is of course your seasonal points. This is the last week to farm up your seasonal points because of course if you want to buy anything from the seasonal shop, you're going to need these points. As you can see, there are 40 of these anniversary special scratch tickets which I need to buy, which is going to cost me 500,000. But more importantly, as I showed earlier, we do of course have all of our Defi capsules. So if you do want to buy at least the very expensive ones like the Plutos as well as the Makames, you know, that's going to increase the points that you need by a lot. So if you do need seasonal points, now is the time to do it because you won't be able to farm anymore starting from next week. Now another thing I want to remind everyone is the limited time quest has now been changed to Nazan Big Quiz Part 2, and on top of that we also get the 50% seasonal point increase. So as you can see, you actually get 45,000 seasonal points as well as guaranteed photon chunks 2A and 2B, 3 each, every single run that you do this. So it is pretty dang good. However, I know for a fact some people just really hate the Nazan Big Quiz, and if that's the case for you, you could always farm seasonal points in the combat zones, so Rezel Forest, Vanford Laboratories, as well as Mount Magnus. However, don't forget you can increase your point acquisition by going to the recycled items in the event shop and purchasing the PSO2 11th anniversary S points increase by 100%. This will give you 100% more seasonal points for 1 hour. Now I haven't tested this, but I don't think this works in the limited time quest. So that 45,000, if you pop one of these, it's not going to give you even more seasonal points. That's what I think at least. Let me know in the comment section below if you've tested it, but I personally think that these only work in combat zones. It gives you extra points whenever you kill enemies. Now another thing I want to remind you is when you click on this, click on the bottom option. The bottom option over here is target SG scratch items. You can actually exchange your SG recycle badges for this item over here. Do not click the top one because the top one actually requires you to exchange AC scratch items. As you can see, I've got some XD capsules. I'm not going to exchange 5 XD capsules for this 100% boosters. That would be absolutely insanity. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm actually just going to use this one down here, and I'm just going to exchange 5 recycle badges and get my 100% booster, go to a combat zone and get my points incredibly quickly that way. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.